It's not just that people have rescued these animals. It's, you read the stories and what you hear a lot of are people saying, because of this dog, I was able to face my battle with cancer. Because of this cat, I was able to get through my divorce. When I was suffering depression so badly that I couldn't think of a reason to get out of bed in the morning, this cat, this dog, this gecko with poor depth perception was able to get me out of bed. They truly, these are animals, they rescue us as much as we rescue them, which sounds like a hokey thing to say, and yet I see the reality of that every single day. And I always think back, you know, the Homer story has been told and retold so many times, and I've reconnected with so many people who I knew at the time that I adopted Homer as a result of the story. And the two people who I will probably never find, I will never learn their names, I will never hear from, and probably have no idea that Homer, you know, that this story exists or that this book was published, are the two people who found Homer as a stray kitten a couple of weeks old with a severe eye infection and brought him to my veterinarian for treatment. Two people who could just as easily have looked the other way, who could have kept walking, could even have just dumped him, you know, at the pound or animal control. What they were trying to do is get him off the street. They never intended to keep him. They weren't even sure that it made sense for Homer to live, given the fact that he would be blind, but they tried to give him a chance. And it was one small act of kindness that has had such a tremendous effect, not just on my life, but all of these other stories that people share. Either stories that were created because of Homer, or stories that are now just shared on Homer's page, that lead others to share their stories. And so many human and animal lives have been enriched from that one small act of kindness. And so to those of you who are here today, who are supporting All Souls Connected, which is truly a wonderful and perfect name, and especially for this idea that I'm talking about today, but never doubt that when you help animals, you are making a difference in human lives as well. And that every small act of kindness will continue to reverberate in ways that you cannot possibly know. Again, I always think of these two people who rescued Homer who cannot possibly know the impact that 20 years later, that one small act of kindness is having. It is because of people like you that all of our lives are made better, both human or both, you know, animal and human. I thank you all for being here today. My voice, as I'm sure you can hear, is not all that it should be, so I'm going to wrap this up succinctly. But thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your kind attention while I spoke, and really thank you for supporting animal rescue in your own neighborhoods. Thank you.